recently we took a family vacation to Chicago, and while there, we visited the Art Institute of Chicago, which is such an amazing museum filled with so many historic paintings that range from all throughout art history. We spent a lot of our time in the modern and contemporary art areas of the museum and saw classics like Nighthawks, as well as Grant Wood's American Gothic. It was just really incredible to be surrounded by them. We also were there for the Georgia O'Keeffe exhibit, which you can see featured in another video that I have on my channel. But they also have a lot of other pieces by O'Keeffe. There's Mary Cassatt. There's just so many amazing pieces and artists represented in this museum. And it was really fun to take our boys there and kind of watch them react to the pieces that they saw and which ones drew them in, and have fun conversations about why they liked this and questions they had about that. And just as an artist who absolutely loves art history, to geek out every turn into a new gallery or onto a new floor of the art museum. And the Surrealism art movement is one of my favorites, so getting to visit Renee Magritte's pieces was a really extra nice treat. And one of my favorite things about going to an art museum, any art museum of any of any style, is just discovering what's there. I've been to the Art Institute of Chicago before, but it's been a lot of years since my last visit. And I'd kind of forgotten some of the pieces that were there. And as I've gotten older and I've become more experienced and aware of art history and artists in the world, new things catch my eye and get me excited. And it was just so fantastic to have a whole new experience at a museum that I feel like I know, relatively well, sort of, and just kind of get really jazzed about different pieces there. They have the Chagall windows that you can see in the movie Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and just so many different cultures and histories and artist backgrounds depicted in all sorts of pieces in a wide range of media, that as you get new perspectives layered on yourself, as you become more aware and you grow older, you see these pieces and artist works in new ways. So every time you visit a museum, it's different, even if you're seeing pieces that you feel like you know and you've seen before. And like the Jasper John piece was really fun, the Target, because my son Winston posed like he was shooting an arrow. And that is a new experience with that piece by an artist that I really love. The next time you're at an art museum, take note of how you're responding to the works that you're seeing and how they make you feel and questions they bring up and connections and associations that you make. And then if you get to go back to that museum, see how it changes, because it's really an amazing experience to see art in person and then to have different relationships to it as you move through the different phases of your life. Recently, I taught a class about the work of Claude Monet and the techniques that he used in the Impressionists. So it was extra heartwarming to spend so much time in the Impressionist area and see so many Monets as well as other Impressionist works, feeling that I had recently shared that with some of my students in my community art classes. And it kind of helped me connect even further to that period of art history. The architecture of the Art Institute of Chicago is also just stunning, and there's so many wonderful levels to see. And we had to swing by the Egyptian section because it's an area of art history that my two boys get really excited about. So any chance that they have to see any artifacts from the Egyptian history is really great. And then newly an interest of mine is in textiles and weavings. So to stumble upon this really beautiful exhibit of these different textile and woven pieces and to see all of these new ways of working with textile that I hadn't considered or experienced before was really amazing. So thank you so much for joining me on our visit to the Art Institute of Chicago. Be sure to like the video, give it a subscribe so that you can visit on my next art adventure, and I'll see you next time.